Good evening, guys. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing Breaking News, the greatest news channel for your boxing news. They're coming back at again here tonight. This is the latest one for you. The latest stories come out tonight, and we want to get into it with Gervonta Tank Davis. But first, before we do, guys, thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it for all your support. Wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. I'm doing it for you. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks again. Appreciate it. Don't forget, hit the bell notification button to be notified when we do go live.
Ring a ding ding.
And also, we'll get into the news story for you. Here we go, guys. All right. What we're getting into tonight, guys, for you is Gervonta Tank Davis. They're saying he's going to take the fight. It says by a mile. Tank rules Inoue at 135-pound weight class and utter destruction. And here we go. Gervonta Tank Davis destroys Naoya Inoue, some of you pronounce. If the two fight at 135 pounds, says trainer Andre Rozier, he feels that the superstar Monster Inoue, 27 big wins, 0 losses, and 24 KOs, is too small and would get steamrolled by Tank Davis at 135 or 130. We saw earlier today, that was yesterday, guys, how vulnerable Inoue is with him getting dropped hard on the canvas by Luis Nery in the first round of their headliner at the Tokyo Dome. Now, that was against Nery, a fighter who had been knocked out by Brandon Figueroa 3 years ago. Rozier also admits that Inoue, 31 years old, and Tank Davis can make an insane amount of dinero, fedia ends or money if the two fought. Now, it just would it wouldn't end very well for the Japanese star with him getting knocked out. I got put on the canvas, as you guys seen, and got back up. So given that Inoue won't even move up to 126 pounds, where there are much bigger fights for him than at 122, it really does suggest, guys, that he's worried about what could happen to him if he mixed it up with a more talented opposition than the lesser fighters that permeate the super bantamweight division. Now they go on, end quote, he doesn't have a prayer in the world, end quote, as well. Gervonta Davis, by a mile, Tank rolls Inoue at 135, utter destruction, said trainer Andre Rozier to Fight Hype on who would win between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Inoue. Now, if Inoue ever finds himself in the spectrum of 135 pounds, guys, Tank is going to knock him out. Seriously. Now, that's what it's going to sound like when he hits the canvas. Again, when you hit that canvas that hard is what it sounds like. If Inoue were a more courageous old school fighter, he'd be willing to move up in weight to take on Tank Davis at 130 pounds or at least 135, but he hasn't shown any signs of wanting to leave the kiddie pool where he competes. Now, it's safe there for Inoue, and he doesn't have to worry about talented opposition with the kind of pop in their punches that Tank Davis and other fighters possess. Now they go on, end quote, he doesn't have a prayer in the world, Rozier continued about Inoue. Anyway, I mispronounced this guy's name wrong. If he gets in the firing line, and he's going to have to, guys, get in that firing line. It's not because he's not a very big guy. Now, if he gets in the firing line, Tank is going to smoke him. That's what's going to happen, end quote. Now, guys, it wasn't just Nery that gave Inoue problems. 40-year-old Nonito Donaire hurt him badly and cracked his face with some of his big shots in their first fight. Now, you can only imagine what a prime version of Donaire would have done to Inoue, when in his prime. Now they go on and quote, I'm dealing with the physicality, the capabilities of these men. Tank will smoke Inoue if they fight at 135 and possibly 130. But I don't like 130 for Tank. I like 135. Stay in your lane. Why go down when you know you're at 135, said Rozier. Now, if one could transplant a different head onto Inoue's body, someone would be willing to take risk. It would be exciting to see him and Tank Davis battle it out at the lightweight division. Now, the stakes would be huge. The face of boxing on the line. Now, insane money would also be on the line, guys. It's very insane. It's insane for sure, said Rozier about the money Tank Davis and Inoue could make fighting each other. I still don't like him. Tank's going to 130. I'm not saying I would favor him. Inoue's there. I just don't like the logistics of that weight 130, he says. Inoue is already making money hand over fist in Japan, so I guess he doesn't feel the need to put himself at risk of losing fights against elite level fighters for the sake of making even more loot, they're saying. Now, he's already set for life, but still, you'd like to see him take chances for the sake of the legacy. Now, guys, tell me what you guys think about this as well in the story. And he goes on and quote, I don't like those weight cuts where you go where you haven't been in a while. Don't return to that scene of that crime. Don't ever return to the scene of crime, he's saying. If I won titles at 126, 130, and 135, why am I going backwards? Let's go forward, said Rozier. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about this story. It's very interesting. Do you think they'll ever meet up at that at the 130 or 135? Do you think Inoue's going to stay down where he's at? Maybe needs time to recuperate after this knockdown. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, come on. If they're willing to take that risk or that chance. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are in the comments, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.